Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Nicole and I coming back to discuss or to tell you about my road to home ownership. It began in the year 2016. To this day, I did not know how it came about me searching for a home. During this time, I was living with another person, and at this time, I wanted to move out on my own and get a place of my own. But my initial search to living on my own was to rent an apartment. Somehow, I linked up with a real estate broker that I knew. Eventually, we began looking at homes in my area or in my community or counties. And the amount of those homes varied. I didn't have a specific price range that I was looking for, as this was something that was new to me. I didn't know the process. And after looking at several homes, the real estate broker suggested I find out how much I could afford to buy for a home. Process was very new to me. She recommended that I consult with a loan officer, and she gave me a name of that loan officer. I contacted the officer, and through this process, it led to me finding out how much I would be approved for a loan to purchase a home. And with that process, my credit score was reviewed, my job history was reviewed. They wanted to know if I was on a job for more than 2 years or so. My income, I had to submit pay stubs and to the loan officer. Also, my bank statements, they wanted to know how much money I had as I don't know if it's what it was for, collateral. I don't know, but I'm attempting to borrow someone's money, so they're first wanted to see how much money I had to bring forward in this process. I don't quite remember the time frame for this whole process. To me, it all went very fast. You get contacted by the loan officer, I need this and I need that. And it just happens, I'll submit what I need to, because at this time, I was determined more than ever to get into a place of my own. And during that process, I was eventually approved for a loan. And then after I was approved for a loan, the search for a home began again. We looked at many homes, and one of the places we looked at, there was a condo that was available. The staging of that condo caused me to say, this is my home, or this is mine. You could say it was love at first sight. Now, originally, I didn't want to look at a condo because I knew that with these condos came homeowner association fees, and that is something that I did not want to pay. Because the fees vary just based upon where you live, or based upon what the homeowner association fee takes care of. So after I fell in love with that home, or the current home I'm living in now, the real estate broker submitted the paperwork to put in an offer. My offer was accepted. There was no back and forth from the seller nor I. And then before closing, we had to get an inspection of the home, of the property. Eventually, we closed on the home, and I moved in. Now, there may be some, things I forgot to tell, because it's been a little over 4 years since I've moved into my current place. And during this process, I did learn a lot, and there are some things that I probably should have known or done differently, but didn't know at the time. One being that I should have took a home buyers class for the first time home buyers. Also, I could have probably looked at for my county to see if there's any funds available to help for first time home buyers to put towards the down payment of a home. And as I've spent some months in the home, or even just a couple of months or several months, I realized that with the property taxes, and I don't know if anyone has any other opinions, but I noticed that with the property taxes, when we go to vote on propositions and stuff like that, that it affects the amount of money towards your property taxes. Because if you vote to approve this proposition, because they want to raise taxes to pay for school funding, and it gets everyone votes and it gets approved, then that goes towards the property taxes. There's you'll get a property tax statement, and it'll list the descriptions of every dollar that you're paying towards your taxes, what they'll go towards. And also, during this process, I took some notes. I don't remember exactly what website I had to go to, but somehow or other I had to take notes, or I took notes for something. This happens to be on October 18th, 2016. And here's some, as I look back, some of the things that when you do, or, it may vary from individuals, but with my monthly mortgage payment, part of my payment goes towards the principal, which is the original amount that I borrowed from the lender. It also goes towards the interest. Currently, I'm going through refinance. It still hasn't closed yet. So my current interest rate is 3.5%. And if I get the closing, it's supposed to be lower to 2.75%. And what the interest is what the lender charges for lending you the money to buy your home. Also, part of my payment goes towards the property taxes. And property taxes I pay twice a year. And I don't pay, but the money I send to the lender, they pay the property taxes for me, and those are due the February and November of each year. Also, the payment I make towards my monthly mortgage payment goes towards my homeowner insurance. And I did have to, get homeowners insurance in order to close as well. Something I never had to do. So sometimes when what I found during this process is some things were I was rushed almost, because you have to get that done. In order for the lender to close. And during this whole refinance, my original loan has this private mortgage insurance, and that was seeing my payment going towards private mortgage insurance. It just, I don't know how to say it, but I just wish I didn't have it, and because it was taken away towards my principal, towards paying down my original loan amount. So also during my refinance process, this private mortgage insurance will be eliminated. I did write a note here that, I found out that you can cancel that private mortgage insurance once you've paid at least 22% of the original loan amount, or if an appraisal shows that your home has appreciated and your equity is more than 20%. So my equity over these 4 years has, my home has appreciated. And I took so many notes. It's just, I know with the property tax also, it says here that to file for homestead, and that I put important here. It says it's a property tax classification, and it helps to reduce the amount you pay for property taxes. And I know that me filing for something, it took $7,000 off my property taxes. And that I had to contact the county assessor's office. So you would, whatever county you live in, you would contact the county assessor's office and apply for that. And I don't quite remember all the process of having to apply for that, but I know that when I get my property tax statement, it has a homeowner's exemption of less than $7,000. So that's, I would say that is important. Okay, and then I also have this also. 5 things to meet before closing. The first one is to meet the conditions of the loan. So whatever your loan contains, and I'm sure your loan officer will help you to meet the conditions of the loan. It also says, number 2, to buy homeowner's insurance and bring the policy to closing. Number 3, you'll want to prepare to move. Number 4, it says make final walkthrough, a quick final inspection before you sign anything. And number 5, gather all your documents. Settlement company will send you a letter. And you'll get help along the way. And I advise you to ask many questions. If you don't understand something, ask what that means. You'll be provided with, I'm sure, information that will help you to, make the right decisions. I advise you to, ask others who's gone through this process, and something that I didn't do. But to get information and get an idea of, what is expected. And that'll be it for now. I'm still waiting on the closing of this refinance. It's almost February 1st, and like I said, the property taxes are due every February and November of the year. And so about 3 days ago or so, the loan officer that I'm working with to refinance, he had called me and said that, he didn't realize that property taxes were due, and that I needed to bring more money to the, some money to the table. Originally, I'm not having to bring anything towards this refinance, but since the property taxes are due, he asked if I had this. I still haven't made my payment for February 1st yet, and I may not have to make one. I still haven't heard any final words yet, and so I'm still waiting. I'll update you as I hear more information. But this is just something I want to share for, in case someone is out there searching for a home or ready to buy a home. There's a lot of things that, you should know. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that other people can tell you as well. But just stay focused and, prepare documents and just prepare your finances, get your credit score going. your bank statements, your job, down payment, and like I said, take any classes on home ownership for first-time buyers. See if there's any programs out there that'll help you towards down payments if you need it. But all in all, I've been here for 4 years and I love it. And I'm happy because, you know, with the tax or with the amount of mortgage I pay, living in the area I live in, I probably pay less than someone that is renting a house or apartment. So this has been a process that I'm glad I've gone through and that I continue to learn from, and that as I, you know, post on YouTube, maybe I'll find, you know, someone that can provide me with more information on this process, or how they pay down their loans quickly, their mortgage quickly, their loan. But I thank you for listening, and if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe, and as I post, you'll get a notification. Please comment and please like. I thank you in advance. Bye-bye.